Hey Heisters, Almir here, back with another update for you guys. We have a ton of stuff in the pipe. First off, we're going to talk PayDay 2 a bit, and then we're going to talk the big thing going on right now, which is Raid World War II. This weekend, I flew out to Los Angeles to meet up with Ethan and Hila. If you haven't heard already, we are making them into playable characters in PayDay 2 because they are such wonderful people and we want to support their cause. And it was a great meeting. Let me tell you all about it. We sat down, we went through the different characters we're making. You know, both of them are going to be playable heisters, which is crazy. And we showed them the cool concepts we've done, the 3D models of their own characters that we won't show you guys now, but we'll definitely show you later. And they were stoked to see them. Of course, they had a lot of feedback, and I think this will make them even more passionate when they go into the voice recording studio, you know, to do the sessions where they go, get the fuck down, and all this cool stuff. And yeah, it's gonna turn out great, I think, and it's gonna be really exciting to see what you guys in the PayDay community think about their addition to PayDay 2. Moving on to something that I personally think is super exciting, and I know for a fact that a lot of heisters are excited for too. It's of course Raid World War II. Raid World War II is an action-packed, cooperative 4-player shooter set during a time when the Nazi war machine was still winning and hope was in short supply. In the game, you play as one of 4 prisoners of war, Rivet, Sterling, Kurgan and Wolfgang, that the British intelligence have helped escape in order to help them defeat Hitler and the Nazis. The game is basically about this. Go in, steal as much treasury as you can while killing Nazis at the same time, ultimately pissing Hitler off. And with Raid World War II, the developers of the game, Lion, have really brought out the big guns. For example, they have brought in none other than John Cleese to portray the character of Control. And if you're a PayDay 2 heister, you might know John from before. He actually portrays the butler of the PayDay gang, Old Stone. So there might be some connection there, we don't know. You'll have to find out for yourself when you try out the beta. That starts tomorrow, and that's the thing we're gonna talk about today. Before we go into the details of it all, I'd just like to extend our sincere gratitude on behalf of the Overkill crew, Starbreeze, as well as Lion, the developers of the game. Thank you to the PayDay community for standing by us through thick and thin, like always. This game, Raid World War II, is your game. This is a game that would not have existed without your support for PayDay 2. We created this game together with the Lion because we believe in the co-op genre. We believe you guys deserve another co-op experience, and we think we've made a really good one with them here. To show our appreciation, we would like to extend an invite to everyone in the PayDay community, whether or not you own the PayDay 2 base game, PayDay 2 base game and a couple of DLCs, or the Ultimate Edition, to join us for the Raid World War II closed beta, starting tomorrow. When you start up PayDay 2 tomorrow, you will see that there is an added button on the top of the main menu. If you press this button, you will see a new interface where you get to learn everything that you need to know about Raid World War II. You will find a host of different options available to you. Everything from new side jobs in PayDay 2 that lets you try out new World War II weapons, to a pre-order button that lets you pre-order the Raid World War II game, as well as the big button that lets you start the beta itself. So make sure you come back here tomorrow to find out more about the game itself, the special edition of the game and what that entails, as well as if there will be a PayDay 2 heister loyalty discount on the game, and so on and so forth. All of this tomorrow, and of course, the thing that all of us have been wondering, what's behind that wall in PayDay 2? In the safe house, that is. We'll find out for sure by then. Take it easy, heisters, and make sure you watch to the end of this video, because right now we are going to start the first developer diary of Raid World War II with none other than Lion themselves. Make sure you check it out right now. Take it easy, heisters. Bye.
Originally, I was born in a town called Jajce in Bosnia. And then we had to move to Sweden because we fled from the war.
We actually didn't know where we were going. It split up, and then we ended up in Sweden, in Gothenburg.
I studied together with Nicky at a game development school in Sweden. Then I got contacted by one of my community friends from way back. Grin, a company in Stockholm, needed a level designer, so I moved up. two of the owners that were also brothers, Ulf and Bo, they gathered a gang of misfits. I was one of them, and then we started Overkill. So then we did PayDay 1, you know, in the basement. We're not gonna even get monies from publishers, let's just starve for a year, and that's what we did.
I was always sending my work to Overkill to show what I can do, and I would really like to work with my brother especially, and then also with Overkill because I played a lot of PayDay 1. And then a random night at 12. Today I call it a magical call because it saved me pretty heavily. I called from my brother Ilya and Bo, where they asked me if I want to join them and help them, and that's basically how I met up with Starbase and how I started.
I think me and Nicky talked a lot, like it would be nice to try something back here. And then a couple of years ago, this strange coincidence happened where we could open up a studio, and it was here in Zagreb, which is, you know, a lot like coming back home.
We sat down with Bo and I told him, like, give me 2 months. I'll go down, I'll talk to people and see who's interested to find a base of 5 to 6 people. Get them together, rent a small office, test map or something just to show them that we can deliver stuff for them.
They wanted to create their own entity, like for a spiritual successor, you know, of PayDay 2. So they made a deal with Starbase about, you know, moving down to Croatia, create their own gaming company called Lion Game Lion, and just started producing great.
We had our first conversation, me and Ilya, and it just flowed, you know. When we got on the phone, we just started talking about the video games industry, what we both wanted to do and achieve. It kind of really bonded instantly almost.
They're always so positive, they're always working really, really hard. It's just so much fun, you know, talking to them about the game and all the visions, you know. We both want so much together.
It made me feel these guys are trying to achieve something bigger. It was that kind of ice-breaking moment.
We got the chance to pitch our own game to Starbase, which is a pretty unique thing to get, to pitch in front of the CEO and tell him this is what we want to do. Of course, as me and Ilya always liked World War II, and we had it in our minds for a long time. We sat down and we made a A4 with things we wanted in the game and how it should work. We pitched it to Starbase and they were like, fuck yeah.